What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Keeping It Real channel, the best place to be for in-depth movie reviews, trailer reactions, and podcasts. I'm your host, James, joined by Rhys today. We are going to talk about M3GAN, directed by Gerard Johnston, starring Alison Williams, Violet McGraw, and Ronnie Cheng. M3GAN was released on January 13th, 2023 here in the UK, has grossed 96.7 million worldwide on a $12 million budget, and sits at 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Rhys, I took you with me to see M3GAN on my second time. So without spoilers, what did you think?
Oh man, what a funny film. Like, I feel like a lot of horror films are like not afraid, but I feel like a lot of them don't do the humor anymore
Mhm.
when they really should in some films. Like when it comes to a film about a killer doll, obviously it's been done
It
before. It's not
should
necessarily
be
original.
funny.
It should be funny. That's what was good about the Chucky films. There was comedy in them as well as the horror. I don't feel like there's a lot of horror in this,
There is, yeah.
but it was fun.
It
It
was
was just a
fun.
fun
Yeah.
film, and yeah, I can't wait for more.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, going into this, I was expecting ridiculous, silly, didn't expect it to be as like sharp with the comedy as it was, because there were at times where I was like, this, like, it's obviously a horror, but at times I was like, this is one of the funniest movies I've seen, like, in the last year. It's really got me. Yeah, like you said, you mentioned Chucky, of course. It's got a lot of that sort of DNA in it. But Small Soldiers, which was one of my favorite movies as a kid, about
Yeah,
these toys, and they put this new chip in the brand new like military toys, and they if something's gone bad and they're evil and they just want to cause mayhem. It had that sort of 90s vibe to a lot of it, which I just ate that up. M3GAN herself, I think, instantly iconic. Obviously, the name and the title of the film, it's very identifiable with the three as the E. Everyone's going to recognize M3GAN from now on, and I think the possibilities are endless.
God, she's so sassy.
She is. I just
See when
think,
she just
yeah,
walks into the house. This is really a spoiler with like the sunglasses on.
yeah,
She's like, looking around like,
yeah.
like
It's brilliant. It's so
so
good.
funny.
Um, yeah. So obviously we're getting M3GAN 2 already. That's been announced beginning of 2025. But like I walked out of it, give me like Freddy versus M3GAN. You know?
They've got
M3GAN,
they're going to do a Chucky versus
Predator,
M3GAN film.
yeah,
They're
they've
going
got
to do
to.
it.
It's like Chucky's still going. He's still got that TV show on.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna happen.
Blumhouse get the rights to Chucky and make them fight. Yeah, Predator versus M3GAN. Give me all of it.
That would be
Can't wait.
hilarious.
Um, yeah, I think without spoilers, there's not really much else to say. Alison Williams, I thought was great. Violet McGraw, who plays Katie, who M3GAN is paired with, really, really good. And because it's part of the plot that she probably shouldn't be spending this much time with M3GAN because it's altering her. Because obviously she has gone through this tragedy of losing her parents,
Yeah,
and M3GAN is sort of the next person or thing that sort of shows her the care she needs in that situation. So she latches onto this doll. And I thought Violet McGraw just played that brilliantly. When like at times I was like, you've got to stop letting that kid hang out with that doll.
oh, it's
This
so
is getting really
irresponsible.
bad. Yeah, I thought the kid was going to start murdering people.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to get really bad. Yeah, but if you haven't seen M3GAN, pause this, go check it out. We couldn't recommend it more.
take a
Such
dog
a
with
fun
you.
time. Yeah, we were in a showing with a dog, which
Not a dog friendly film.
not a dog friendly movie, not at all. Yeah, you looked over at me at one point.
Oh man, yeah, I was
And
so
you went,
proud of that.
I hope that dog isn't watching.
My dog's not watching.
So yeah, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. We couldn't recommend it more. I think, like at the end of the year, I think this is going to be up there for me.
God, yeah,
Just
it's got a
such a big
solid
surprise.
rating.
Blumhouse is very good at incorporating a lot of humor into their horror movies, and I think that really
Yeah,
just
I love
exemplifies
Blumhouse's thing of like,
what they
let's
do.
just throw out as many films as we can a year.
See what sticks.
One of them will probably stick,
Yeah,
and usually it does. You know?
yeah, they've had some good ones in recent years. Like The Invisible Man a couple of years ago, that was great.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what else they do. I think they're doing Are they still doing the Wolfman
I think
with
so. Yeah, what are they involved with? They're involved with one of the big horror films, aren't they, this year? Sorry, I can't remember what it was, but I think it was one
yeah,
of the big ones.
no, it's not in my brain at the minute. But yeah, we'll go full spoilers from now. Um, so yeah, they're making Megan, which despite the rules set out by their company, they are they're doing this on the side when they should be making these like Furby shit themselves pets
Which are
things.
the mouths on those
Oh, I
fucking
was
things.
in bits. I mean, the ad that starts the movie is hilarious in
Yeah,
itself. But then the inciting incident in the film where Katie's parents die in a car crash, there is one of these Furby things in the car with them. It's being thrown around.
like
It's like, and
whoa, look
away we
out!
go.
Oh my god!
Katie, help me. I
It
was
was
immediately, I was like, I know what this movie's going for. The
yeah, it
humor
was.
is
There's something wrong with the children, by the way, for our Blumhouse fans out there. That's
something wrong with the children.
I saw the trailer the other day. It looks all right. These two children get like possessed or something.
Ooh,
Guy from Midnight Mass is in it. That's great.
sweet.
But
Probably check that
anyway,
out.
how that therapist, right? Let's talk about that child psychiatrist, or whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah, go on.
She's bad at her job, right?
Yeah,
She
I thought
comes
that.
over the day of, or a couple of days after the parents have died. Goes,
Wait a
oh,
bit.
I'm going to watch you play with some toys. I didn't want to play with toys when I fell off my bike as a child. I wouldn't want to play with toys as my parents have just died.
She comes out and goes, "Oh, you're still in your pajamas," and gives like a
Yeah,
concerning look. This
yeah.
kid has just lost her parent. Let her
Leave
sit in her
me,
pajamas and watch cartoons all day.
leave me alone.
Yeah, let her go on the iPad for 12 hours. That is fine. Like, fucking hell. Yeah, they're rolling this like collectible toy around, not in the way it's supposed to be used. And
Oh,
Alison
that
Williams,
would kill me. Oh
yeah,
my god.
she's like, well,
Like,
it's actually not what it does. And she's like,
yeah.
just keep
I wanted to
rolling
see
it.
what it
Like,
did
what?
though. She was
Yeah,
gonna
I
leave it
want
at
to
the
see what it
bottom. I was
did.
like, show me what it does.
Pull that lever. Yeah, a very, very bad therapist. I'm glad you brought that up because I was realizing that during the film. I was like, she's
Terrible.
not good at her job. Obviously, yeah, it doesn't take long for Megan to start acting very
Yeah, giving her
strange.
like what unlimited access to the internet or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Like,
like put some parameters on
I
this
love when they
doll,
use
man.
like loads of jargon in films like this, and they're talking about like the parameters and all. I'm like, just fuck, speak English. I'm not a programmer. I know what's going on. I know she's like you're giving her basically access to the internet so she can
She
learn
was
stuff and
making
stuff.
an Ultron. Like she
Yeah,
was doing.
I was like, and then later on in the film, who's buying a toy for 10 grand?
Rich parents who don't want to spend time with their kids, man.
10 that
That's a
that
market.
doll. I wanted to fly for that much. I was going to strap my kid to it.
Yeah, I
Fucking
wanted to,
fly up in the air.
wanted to turn into a plane.
Yeah,
10
10
fucking grand.
grand.
Should be a transformer, but just a little bit more money to
Yeah,
let it
she should
transform
turn
into
into
a
a
car.
bike, and my kids would be able to ride her to school. You know what I mean?
Maybe this is Megan 2. We're just writing it right here. She
Megan
turns
Too
into a
Fast Too
bike now.
Furious.
Yeah. Put her part of that. Put her in Jurassic Park. Put her in everything.
Vin
Megan will
Diesel's like,
return in the
Vin Diesel's
Kang
like, who we
Dynasty.
gonna beat? And then Megan walks out. She's like, hi. In a fucking Nissan Skyline. Just
We have a Megan. John Williams' score comes in. Yeah. So who's the first boy she kills? Yeah, it's the bully at the
oh
like the
god.
at the school. This scene killed me. I was that there's that bit where this bully's mum is talking to Alison Williams' character and Gemma, I think she's called.
Yeah, Jenna. Or Jenna
And
or
she's like,
Jenna.
yeah, he's a really kind soul. Like he had a growth spurt, but he's really sweet deep down. He turns around, fuck off, Holly.
Fuck off, Holly.
That's great. So this kid gets exactly what's coming. Well, in
No,
movie logic, exactly what's coming to
I don't
him.
know what it is. This is the second film we've watched together where someone gets hit by a car, and it's hilarious.
Well,
The
remind
first
me of
one,
the first one. What was?
Amsterdam, when Taylor Swift gets fucking obliterated by a
Yeah.
car. But it's because, right, it's like a very serious scene. And then they just feel the need to, like, the kid gets hit by the car. They just add a little boom,
It was
like,
the
why?
it was the immediate guilt you felt when you laughed that killed me. You were
Yeah,
like,
like
oh,
no one else was laughing at
should
this.
I have laughed at that? Yes, rips his ear off, chases him on all fours. Horrific but hilarious.
She does like she's so extra. Like, she doesn't need to run on all fours.
No, but it's funny. That's what's so good about
What I
it.
loved about the film is when I came back, I told Kaz and I was like, "This is the kind of film, right, where I wouldn't expect singing one time, let alone twice."
So
Like, would
the
you kill,
first
would
time,
you kill that boy? I'm gonna sing Titanium to you right now. But then
the
later on, I'm
funniest
gonna
part of the
play
movie.
toy soldiers on piano. So, so
I
fucking
remember when I
funny.
realized what she was playing, and tears were just coming out. This is just toy soldiers. She's a toy, and she's killing people. But yeah, when she's singing "Titanium" by Sia, that was one of the funniest moments
I was
I've seen in the last year.
crying. I couldn't.
It kept going. It became part of the score. It, the hand on the cheek, everything about that scene
That's
was
because she's like
hilarious.
deadpan.
Yeah, doll, no
You know,
emotion, but titanium. Um,
and
the
when she just
context in which it's in as well is just
yeah,
hilarious.
and then the first time she sings it, is it that after she records the memory?
Yeah.
That's the sweet moment. She records this memory. It's really like Caddy, the kid opens up a bit. It's really nice, and then she just sings this like terrible song that just ruins the
Incredible.
moment. And then like in the next scene, like murders a woman with a fucking power washer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So she kills the dog next door,
Yeah.
then kills the woman who's out looking for the dog. With a power washer. That is a nasty way to go.
Is it
What
that
did
strong? Is it strong enough to knock you off your feet? She took off. She flew.
it flew against the wall? Um, and then I think at least the second funniest moment in the movie is where the cops come back to a house, and he's like, this is the second statement you've given this week. There was that kid who got hit by a car in the park the other day. And she's like, you trying to link them, like you got hit by a car, and he went, well, yeah, we thought that, but we found his ear about 200 yards away from the scene. He goes, yeah, the thing had been ripped completely off. And sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
It's such a random. It's so like it's
That's the
just
thing. This movie is sharp.
it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, but
It's so
yes, a laugh.
funny.
Both times I've seen it, big laugh from that
Oh
scene.
man, it was so like because there was like we were there and there was a lot of people laughing, but I feel like there was a guy. He was like 2 rows back on the other side of the stairs. I think he had a fucking terrible time
Really.
because when everyone else was laughing, you kind of hear him just going and like grumbling. I was like, this guy's hit. Either he's mad that we're laughing or he's mad at the film.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I don't get. I think if you go into this really expecting just
yeah,
a funny, hysteric, horrific ride, you can have such a good time.
and then she
And
just
obviously the ending just
dances.
goes, yeah, she dances and then kills Ronnie Cheng, who was hilarious in this movie.
It's hilarious, but like he speaks at 200 miles an hour all of the time. Everything I've seen him in, Roy Chang delivers fucking lines like he's got somewhere else to be.
I've got to get out of here, man.
Getting these lines out. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll play this toy company CEO, but I've got to get out of here.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought that scene when she kills Ronnie Cheng and his assistant, I thought initially she ripped like a paper guillotine.
That's what it is. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a
What is it?
sword. She just picks up a sword.
No, she rips. You see the guillotine because that's what they have in America. They have those ones that you like. I've seen them in other films. So like we've got the one you slide across.
Yeah.
They've literally got ones that you can like cut down like that, and that's what it is. But obviously, then she uses it as a saw. But it is a guillotine.
Are you sure?
No, it definitely is. I've
Right,
seen it.
okay, because the first time we watched it, my friends were like, she picks up a sword. I was like,
No,
no,
because
it's paper
they
guillotine.
do it in offices, and also I've seen it in other things where they'll have the photocopier and then they'll like have these guillotines next to it so they can cut it, and it's definitely what it is.
So I was convinced it was, and then
Because where's she gonna get a fucking sword from?
That's why I thought it was so
That's what they
funny.
look like. Because I think I saw it in. I think it was in the
Oh no,
Belko
yeah,
experiment. Someone uses it in that as well.
yeah, you're right. Obviously, none of these look as violent as the one in in M3GAN, but I guess you got to go a bit bigger with it, haven't you?
And
Either
then
way,
another
I
bit in
thought
the
if she's ripped that off, and
lift.
even if she's picked up a sword, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
another bit in the lift as well, where she just like turns it on this guy
Yeah,
who, I liked this character, and then he's a very naughty boy. Which is
watching
definitely
Pornhub in
that's
the
what the
office.
sequel's going to be, isn't it? It's like he's leaked these secrets.
Yeah,
Someone else has gone, oh, we're going to do it, and she's obviously still out there in that little Alexa thing, whatever that's called. What's that
yeah.
called?
Elsie, I think it was called.
LC, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting, like that like zoom at the end. I was
Mhm.
like, are they gonna do something where she like pops up or something? But then when that thing turned on, I was like,
Yeah. Um, this I was loving this movie already, but then it gets back to the house. She plays toy soldiers, has a fight with Gemma, and then it's leaning towards like, oh, is Katie going to side with M3GAN because of what they've gone through in this movie together? And she was obsessed with this doll. Is she going to side with her and kill her aunt? But no, she's just distracting M3GAN so she can put the gloves on and operate Bruce, this big prototype robot.
what a funny line that is. There's another member of the family you haven't met yet. His
I
name's
cheered.
Bruce.
Yes. And then she
I love
starts
it though, as soon
fighting
as I saw this
M3GAN as
like
this big robot.
big robot, I was like, he's gonna fight M3GAN later on. I think I
Yeah,
turned to you
you
and went,
leaned
I can't
over
wait
and
for
you
him to
went, he's going
fight
to
M3GAN
fight
later
M3GAN.
on.
I was like, But again, like every part of this movie, I saw coming.
Oh yeah,
Every
it's
twist,
not
every
like
turn. But
but
when that
it's
happened, I was like,
fine.
yes, because it's the best possible thing that could have happened. Some movies can be predictable, and that's fine because the most predictable thing is usually the thing that should happen. So a lot of people don't understand it was predictable. Yeah, probably pulled it off then. Do we have anything else to say about M3GAN before we give our star ratings?
Uh, I don't think so. Just go see it.
Go see it.
It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Go see it again. Give this
Yeah,
movie
I
so much
might see it.
money.
I can't wait to see it again.
Go see M3GAN 2. Yeah, so we've got 2 years now, so they're not pumping out a sequel, just for the sake of it. I actually think they're gonna, because this movie's like critically done so well. People are loving it. Such a big surprise. So I think they're gonna take their time with
Well,
M3GAN 2 and really
one
get it
of the
right.
things about these films is I watch them. Obviously, it's like, AI is very bad. We know that from this and Terminator and all that kind of stuff. But I know there's some dickhead out there, probably fucking Elon Musk, was like,
Oh, a M3GAN.
£10,000, you say?
Yeah, they mentioned Tesla's in that as well, so he was probably on a high from that. He's like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
I'll make a hybrid, a M3GAN Tesla hybrid.
A mega Tesla.
Yeah, so give us your score out of 5.
Then I give it a 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll also go 4.5. First time I watched it, I came out going 5 out of 5. Gonna be one of the best movies of the year. Rewatched it, I was like, maybe I'm a bit too.
I think it loses half a star because we don't really find out what happens to that therapist. She just disappears. I was waiting for M3GAN to kill her. That was going to be the most satisfying kill of the whole
She
film.
did seem like a potential
and then she just kind of
target,
left.
yeah.
And then that was it. And
M3GAN
I was like,
2,
that's
man.
not. Yeah, she goes back to M3GAN
Return
2.
of the Therapist just to get killed. Yeah, so that's a 4.5 out of 5 from me and Rhys for M3GAN. That is going to be it for our review. Thank you so much for joining us. Just remind you all, we are on Twitter at Keeping It Real UK. Give us a follow, and from there you can find links to all of our streaming platforms and social media on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok. Whichever app you use to listen to your podcast, make sure to follow us, like us, or give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us out. We're also on YouTube, and we'd love to have you all as subscribers so you never miss another video. This week, we've got a review for the premiere episode of The Last of Us and a new episode of our podcast. So go check those out. And until next time, keep it real.